As you can see, it has all the patterns, nothing torn off it, from the tail all the way up. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. First off, before I start our topic today, I want to address my recent absence, and I'll be honest, there's nothing really to address. I'm just really not that good at this whole YouTube thing, if I'm being honest, but I'm still gonna try. Now on to our topic. Today we are going to talk about snakes shedding their skin, or just snake shed. Now, when a snake sheds its skin, it's usually a sign of them getting bigger. But what I've seen so far is as they get bigger, the less they shed. Now, I find that when snakes shed, or maybe just my snakes shed, that something like this, a humidifier, really helps a lot. You fill it up with water, and then out of the tube comes mist. And as in the name, it's used to humidify my snake's cages when they need it. And I find that whenever they're shedding, it helps them shed a whole bunch. Now, to explain how it helps them shed, this is what a good snake shed looks like. As you can see, it has all the patterns, nothing torn off it, from the tail all the way up to where it accidentally got cut off by the head, but they ended up getting that off pretty quickly by themselves. Now, usually you can tell when snakes are about to shed because they start getting grayish colors on them a lot, and usually you see it over their eyes a whole bunch too. It starts getting really gray, and I've seen a lot of my friends think that my snake is blind when they are just about to shed. Now, while I use humidifiers for my snakes, other people may, put their snakes in a tub of water, a warm tub of water or so, big enough for them to fit in for at least 5 to 10 minutes a day to help loosen the skin off them. And that's exactly what my humidifier does. It lets mist into the cage, so the whole place gets humidified for them. We usually keep one spot humidified and one spot hot, so they can have a heat spot and a cool spot if they want to escape the heat, of course. Now, when snakes don't have good sheds, usually you'll see just bits and pieces of shed everywhere, and that's in cases where also people, again, put their snakes in tubs of water to help get the shed off. Now, sometimes after it's loosened up or softened, they'll help peel it off their snake, because you really don't want to forcefully take off the shed when it's not ready. It's not really good for the snake. And sometimes when snakes shed, that also depends on their space or what they have to hide in their cage, I guess, or terrarium. Because usually, even when I see my snake shed and other snakes, they have to rub against something to at least get it loose at first, and then they start running their bodies against it to get it off. Or it's so loose at the moment that they get it started and then they can just slither right out, which I usually hope for a lot for my snakes, because I don't want to make it difficult for them. So, like I just said, when snakes shed, what you have to look out for is pieces of shed stuck on them. Just, try to soak them in some bath, try to get it off. And also something you really have to look for is something called eye caps. It's when the face part, when they shed, the eye part doesn't come off. And if you don't get that off, not immediately, it's not like a big emergency, but you still need to get it off as soon as possible, at least, I guess. If you don't get it off soon enough, it can lead to blindness for your snake.
Cannot see, I'm legally blind.
It's for your snake. So if your snake does have eye caps, I suggest you soak them in a thing of warm water. Of course, take a couple of tweezers and be very careful. Do not do it if you're not experienced with tweezers, I guess, because you could really hurt your snake if you miss the shed and hit their eye. Sadly, that is it for today, guys. I hope I taught you something new today, if there are any beginner snake owners out there. And stay tuned. Make sure to like and subscribe. And stay tuned for 2 more videos that are probably going to be coming out soon, and in my opinion are very cool. Because I'm pretty sure I have a big surprise for you guys. See ya.